Alright, let's begin. First assignment was to add the face normals to all of our premium models. I'm just gonna quickly scroll on through them. Boxes, not much to really say about. Pyramids, we had to do a bit of cross multiplication. I didn't show the cross multiplication here, but I do show it in the terrain, so you'll see the formula shortly. And for the sphere, because we used a unit vector to get the point, we just set that as the normal for that point. Face the flat plane, just a 0, 1, 0 vector for the normal. Skybox doesn't have a face normal because lighting is not really going to be affecting the skybox, so it doesn't need the normal. We can leave it at 0, 0, 0. For the terrain model, I took these face normals for the 6 triangles incident of the center vertex and averaged them. So we did the standard row column side multiplication in addition to get the points surrounding the center. After that, you do some cross products using the 3 points of the triangle, add those 6 normals that you got, and multiply it by 1/6 because we can't divide, and renormalize, and that will give you the normals for the terrain, except for on the edges, but we aren't working with the edges for the normals, so those are left at 0, 0, 0. And for this, I use the terrain, skybox, and the sphere to represent my light. And you can see as it goes to the skybox, it doesn't show as much light. Next assignment was to do the shader light texture. And all you had to do was add the texture sampler and then multiply the main texture. And as you go, you got the lights shining off of everything, except for the skybox. It doesn't really shine off because, again, no normals. For the trio, what I did was I added an array for the point light and the spotlight and updated the light parameters as such, so we have 3 of each. And when we now update the point and light parameters, I added a number parameter so that you can add to the right spot of the array list. After that, when it's time to send the light parameters, what you do is I loop through so that I can update the data light params in the struct and update the sub resources. So if we look in here real quick, you can see that we have the point lights 0, 1, 2 for the indices and all the parameters afterwards. Same thing for the spotlights, 0, 1, 2, and all the data. When we get the eye position and we're ready to send the light parameters with it. And in the actual HLSL file, we have to update the light parameters to represent the new arrays. And finally, in the pixel shader, now we have to loop through each individual one. So when I run this, we should have a directional light, 3 point lights, 3 shader light, or 3 spotlights, excuse me. So we got 1 and 2. I have 2 of them revolving around the same point. I have 1 that's static over here. We got 1 point light over there, 2nd point light right over there. The 3rd point light I centered on the moon because I thought that was a nice touch. Last thing to do was tune lighting. This one, all we had to do is for the point light, when we're looking with the attenuation, instead of having the attenuation be what updates the diffuse and specular, we changed the attenuation to be our conditional, and whenever the attenuation is within a certain range, we multiply it by a set value instead. And that's everything.